Good morning. In this video, I'm going to show you what happened when I tried to build a no-code WordPress theme generator in just one day. What's more, once you've watched this video, you'll be able to build your own simple WordPress theme generator that you can either use to build your own themes or potentially even offer as a paid service to your clients. At the end of this video, I'll share the link to my working WordPress theme generator. You can see it on the screen here though. But first, here's a quick demo of how mine works. So this is how my simple theme generator works. You come to a link on my website and you have this enormous button here that says click here to build your theme. You click on that button and then that launches you into the process. I'm going to explain how this is all built in a few minutes, but then you just pop address and click launch your site. That will automatically create a WordPress website with your default starter theme in place. This is the starter theme that I'm using on my theme generator. It is the Brixie theme with a few tweaks that I've made to it. But now once you get to this point, you can use Gutenberg and the full site editor to change the design. That means the page template layout, the colors, the fonts, anything that you can do in the full site editor, you can now change. Now I'm not going to go into any detail today on how to use the full site editor. If you want to learn how to use the full site editor, I've done a whole bunch of other videos which I will link to in the description below. So I started with this design and I wanted to build a portfolio style theme. So this is what I ended up with. And you'll see it's got these nice visual pictures on the front page and you can click on these and it will take you to the individual posts. This is all done using the query loop block and it's pretty simple. It took me about half an hour to build this design. But once you've built this design, the beauty about WordPress 6 is now you can export this as a theme. Once you're happy with your design, which I am, you just go to the full site editor, click on these three dots in the top right and come down here and click on export. Click on export and that will export everything out as a brand new theme. So now we've started with the starter theme, we've designed it using Gutenberg and the full site editor, but we've finished up with essentially a brand new theme that we can use on our sites or our client sites. Before I dive into how I built the theme generator, here's a little context of why I did it in the first place. In a few weeks time, on the 24th of May, WordPress 6 is released and it has a small but big upgrade that could change and disrupt the WordPress theme market forever. WordPress 6 has a brand new theme export button, which I've just shown you. This new button lets you export the design of your website as a brand new theme. It will export your design, any block patterns, and also any changes you have made to the themes page templates. So essentially what WordPress version 6 will let you do is design a new theme using WordPress and Gutenberg. Let me quickly explain why I think that is a big deal. First, a health warning. There follows a big generalization and also a Venn diagram. So in the world, we have coders and we have designers. And coders may use PHP, CSS, HTML, and designers, they may use anything from Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Figma, or even nowadays Canva. And in the pre-Gutenberg block days, if you wanted to design a WordPress theme, you would need coding skills and design skills. So you would need two people, i.e. a coder and a designer. Or you might be that rare breed of individual, a coder that can design or a designer that can code. This process created friction, time, and cost in the WordPress theme creation build. But the new world of blocks brings the possibility of no-code theme design. This is because the underlying architecture of WordPress themes has been simplified. Let me repeat that last sentence because for me it's the most important aspect of full site editing. Gutenberg has simplified the underlying technical architecture of how themes are put together. What this means is, if you are a designer who cannot code, you'll be able to design and sell your own WordPress themes in the future. This will massively lower the friction for WordPress theme design and open up the world of theme design to a huge untapped market of designers. At this stage, it's hard to predict what impact this will have, but my guess is that it's going to shake up the existing theme market. Just imagine if the website Canva started offering WordPress theme design. In my eyes, that certainly becomes possible in the world of blocks. Right, let's dive into how I got on when I tried to build my WordPress theme generator in just one day. Here's my very simple specification for my theme generator. I wanted to build it using off-the-shelf tools, so something that I could put together very, very quickly, and you'll see how easy it is to build one of these yourselves. I wanted it to be no-code design, so users wouldn't have to know any code to build their own themes. I wanted them to be able to visually design their theme in the browser. I wanted it all hosted on the internet. I wanted instant frictionless access for them so they could just click a button and start designing. Ideally, I'd also like a way to monetize it so I could charge for it, or you could charge for it if you built your own. And then in terms of using Gutenberg and blocks, I would need to create a starter theme. And then a lot of this other stuff here, which I will point to here, this stuff here, is actually built into full site editing. So changing page templates to design individual block default styles, change the colors, change the fonts, change the layouts, all built into full site editing. So that's taken care of. I would really like this ability to create theme variations. You'll see how I got on with that. And then there's some export functionality, same arrow we'll use here. So export is, as you've seen, is built into full site editing, so that's taken care of. But there's some other stuff that I think would be really nice in the theme generator, things like bundle GDPR friendly fonts, create and bundle block patterns, choose which theme settings to include in the new theme. I'll explain a bit more on that one in a bit potentially. Then there's some stuff that isn't built in at the moment, things like uploading a theme screenshot, changing the README text. And I think it would be amazing to be able to export your themes to the cloud so you can access them on the cloud and save versions of them on the cloud. Or potentially your clients could access them on the cloud. Wouldn't that be powerful? There were just 3 simple components that I used to build my own theme generator. Those were for instant online access. I used an amazing service called instawp.com. I'll give you a quick demo of that in a second. For my starter theme, I used the Brixie theme. And for my no-code designer, I used Gutenberg full site editing. This is InstaWP. I'm a huge fan of this service. I think it's so clever. Essentially what it does is let you create instant sites using it, so you can just spin up a WordPress website. But where it gets really clever is you can create templates with precisely the themes and plugins and content loaded onto them. And then you can make those templates accessible to your customers to create sites straight away, so you can control exactly what gets spun up. And that's how I built my theme generator. The second thing I needed was a great starter theme, and I chose the Brixie theme, which is probably my favorite full site editing theme right now. It's beautifully built. I took the theme and I made a few modifications to it using Gutenberg and then exported that out as my starter theme. So that's how I actually created my starter theme. I used Gutenberg to change Brixie slightly, not very much. All I did was I actually added the change the post layout slightly and a few other simple modifications, but there's nothing to stop you taking another theme, modifying it slightly and using that as your starter theme. And then step 3 was just to create a page on my website where I linked to that template that I got from InstaWP. So when you create a template on InstaWP, they give you a link which you can link to from anywhere, and all I did was link this enormous button to that template. And if you want to go and check out my theme generator, then just go to poodlepress.com/WordPress-theme-builder. I will put a link in the description so you can go and have a play and test it out for yourselves. So how does my theme generator match my specification? Well, let's go through it one by one quickly. So it was built with off-the-shelf tools. We can visually design in the browser. It is hosted on the internet. That's good. We do have instant access for our users, but we do not have a way to monetize it. I haven't built that into it. I think you probably could. Not quite sure how I'd approach that. We do have a starter theme. Now, Brixie is a fantastic theme, but it's still not the ideal starter theme. Now, I think there is a massive opportunity in a WordPress theme right now for somebody to go and build a really awesome starter theme. We can change page templates, we can do styles, change colors, change fonts, change layouts. We cannot do theme variations yet. That would be amazing if they could build that into core. Theme variations are a bit like child themes, but they're built into the theme. But at the moment we can't do that. We cannot do GDPR friendly fonts at the moment. We can export it. I missed that one out. We can definitely export it. We cannot create and bundle block patterns. Again, this would be amazing if this was actually in full site editing, but it's still, for some reason, doesn't seem to be built into core, and I don't quite understand why. Now this bit here, choose which theme settings, that's a bad way to do that. Choose which theme settings to include in the new theme. So I think it would be amazing if you had a really, really powerful starter theme here. So imagine if you were using a theme with as many options as something like Cadence or Blocksy or even Divi, as many options as that. But on export, you could actually turn off some of those settings. So you don't have all those kind of options coming across to the new theme. The theme is just the design bit, but you've actually designed it using all these settings. And I think that's a really big, exciting opportunity for somebody in the WordPress space to design a starter theme. And this would be amazing if we could actually choose which options we export. At the moment, we cannot upload our theme screenshots, or I've put a red mark against it. That's the little thumbnail that you get. We have to do that manually at the moment. That would be fab if that was built into the export process. We cannot, I'm putting crosses against these, we cannot change the README text. Again, we have to do that manually once we've exported the theme file. I'll put a link to a tutorial I've done on how to do these two, actually, if you do want to do that. And at the moment, we cannot export to the cloud. Again, I think that is a big opportunity for somebody smart in the WordPress space to build that functionality, because this, don't get me wrong, is a massive, massive market opportunity for somebody that wants to go after it, and nobody has yet. So that's how I got on when I tried to build my own theme generator. I hope you found that interesting and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed this video, if you can hit that like button now, it would be amazing, because it really, 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 really does help spread the word of the channel. And also, as you may know by now, every time you do hit that like button, our cats get a little treat. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, just hit that subscribe button below and you'll be notified every time I release a new one. Keep well, and I'll see you soon.